Hello everyone, I hope you are very healthy and consistent. In this video, we will start with chapter 25. Remember to surrender. Surrender to what is. Say yes to life and see how life suddenly starts working for you rather than against you. Eckhart Tolle, author, channeler, high priest of being present. Imagine yourself sitting by a window, looking out at a garden on a lovely spring day. You see birds and bees and butterflies merrily flitting about. When all of a sudden, the most beautiful butterfly in the world catches your eye. Its stunning turquoise wings make your heart explode. Its joyful flight makes your soul sing. Its metamorphosis from wet wormy thing to creature of soaring beauty fills you with inspiration. Suddenly you leap up, overcome and crazed with a fierce desire. It must be mine, mine, mine. You sprint to the closet, grab your net, sneak outside, and tiptoe through the tulips, stalking your beloved prey, all senses alert, focused, determined, tenacious, swinging your net over your head as you chase your butterfly around the garden. You chase it for hours and hours, but all you seem to be able to do is scare it off rather than catch it. It's only when you stop trying so desperately, relax, breathe, and surrender your desire to the universe that the butterfly of your dreams calmly comes and lands on your nose. When we want something so badly and are working tirelessly to get it, if we don't surrender, we end up pushing it away instead. There comes a point where we need to hand the job over to the universe. This doesn't mean that we give up or discontinue taking action. This means we let go energetically, release our comfort grip, and create some space for what we want to come to us. It's about allowing instead of forcing. It's about releasing and trusting that if it's in alignment with our life's purpose, it will come back to us, or that something or someone even more perfect will come in its place. It's about surrendering and letting the universe do its thing while holding faith that our highest desire will come into our lives. Your faith in the universe must be stronger than your fear of not getting what you want. It's like hiring someone to clean your house so you can focus on the other work you enjoy doing. You explain in detail what they are supposed to do, show them where the broom is, tell them you'll beat them to death if they break the ceramic mugs your niece made for you, but you trust them with the job. If you are constantly hovering over them and grabbing the sponge out of their hands, here, let me do that, they'll never get their work done and you'll stay in overwhelmed struggle, preventing yourself from reaping the benefits that inspired you to hire your cleaning crew in the first place. Surrendering is the part where you hand the job over to the universe. What often happens is that, regardless of our best intentions and hard work, we are trying to control our circumstances by using our limiting beliefs and old patterns. We think that we need to try and take charge of the situation, fear based thinking, instead of having faith and gratitude and allowing the universe to deliver. love based thinking. In short, we think we can do a better job of manifesting than the universe can. Imagine that someone invites you to a party. They are all excited about their big old dragon, are fully certain that it's going to be awesome, and are truly delighted by the thought of having you come. They extend the invite with much glee and merriment, and a deep desire to see you there, but with zero pressure. They know if you come, it will be awesome. They know if you don't come, it will be awesome. Their party is going to rock. They believe this in their hearts. It's the truth. Now imagine that someone else invites you to a different party. This person demands that you come, acts like their party will be a gigantic failure unless you show up, and reminds you that they came to your last party, so you have to come to theirs. They are winning, manipulative, controlling, a big fat drag. They know they can have an awesome party and really believe they can, but have decided that it all depends on you coming. Both people can do the same exact things to prepare. Decorate their houses, buy the cheese plates, get the booze, order the ice sculptures, but one person is much more likely to manifest what they want. You showing up and actually wanting to be there than the other because they have surrendered. Surrendering isn't about what you do, but being who you are being as you do it. Your life is your party. You get to choose how you invite people and experiences and things into it. If you are broke as a joke, it's not about working until you are half dead to make ends meet and winning about your pathetic situation. It's about showing up every day with an excellent attitude, doing your best, leaning back, celebrating what is, and steadily working with the grateful expectation and belief that the universe is sending you a new, more lucrative opportunity. If you are single, it's not about boo-hooing the fact that you can't find someone good or half-heartedly forcing yourself to go on a million dates. It's about keeping your desire strong and your faith unwavering, brushing your hair and teeth, leaving the house, flirting your ass off, joyfully going about your life, and being grateful that not only is the person you are seeking also seeking you, but that the universe is conspiring to bring you together. Doubt is resistance. Faith is surrender. Worry is resistance. Joy is surrender. Control is resistance. Allowing is surrender. Ridicule is resistance. Believing is surrender. Energy needs to flow or else it stagnates. Surrendering puts you in the flow. Not only does surrendering create the space to manifest your desires, but it opens you up to manifest good feeling experiences and things that are presently outside your realm of awareness, aka miracles. As I mentioned before, when you are moving into a new, awesome life that you have never lived in before, you can't expect to know how to get there because it's new territory. So you can only do that which you already know how to do and stay open to discovering the new how. Likewise, you need to be open to the fact that you may not know exactly what your new reality will look like because you have never seen it before. You are only able to envision that which is already known to you. So the mind bogglingly awesome new life may be out of your scope of imagination, and by stubbornly holding on to the exact vision of what you want, instead of surrendering, you set yourself up to miss out entirely on the very thing you are looking for. Sometimes your new reality will look just as you pictured it, sometimes totally different and way better. Here's the basic breakdown on how to surrender. Get crystal clear on what you desire to manifest. See it, feel it, taste it, fall in love with it. Believe it is already here. Decide you will have it. Uniform, inform the universe of your intention by behaving and thinking as if you already have it. Meditate, connect with infinite possibility, your intuition and source energy. Take hell bent, joyful, passion fueled action. Be grateful that it's yours, that it's already here. Breathe, let it go, let it in. When you believe that everything you desire already exists, you are in a natural state of surrender. Surrendering is the free falling backwards into the unknown and trusting that the universe will catch you. And this can't be done from a place of lack or a place of mistrust. Okay? I'm releasing. You better come through be watch. You have to give it all you have got and totally let it go for reals. You must fall back, have faith, be grateful, and wait. And while you are at it, love yourself. And the Mother Lord shall bestow her magic upon you. So, in the next chapter, we will begin with chapter 26, Doing versus Spewing. Thank you, everyone. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel.